what's up?
Oh, howdy dandy doodly do, good people. This is Joe.
And this is your favorite spirit detective, Charles.
Well, I don't know about favorite, but I'll tell you what, I'm the best.
I don't know, I think I have more fans.
I think you might just be right on that, but fans don't get it done.
This is true.
It's all about those whips and swords.
I wouldn't want to have a sword or a whip if I was a spirit detective. Seems like too much work.
You said a sword is too much work?
Yeah, you have to get up close and personal to people. And I can't have a whip because,
Too far away.
No. Racial trauma.
Oh. Wow, we went there, guys. We went there. All right, well, as you can guess, today's episode is Yu Yu Hakusho Episode 1.
It's the live action.
They actually just call theirs episodes. They do not have title names.
Huh.
I watched the anime when I was growing up. I haven't watched like it through and through, which probably gave me an edge on this because I didn't have to heavily judge it on the animation. So I feel like I kind of enjoyed it for what it was, since in my opinion it is drastically different.
It's so
you
different.
Basically open up with your pronounce his name for me, because I'm gonna
who? Yusuke Urameshi? Yeah, Yusuke Urameshi.
Yusuke. Okay.
Urameshi.
As already dying. Or dead.
That shit was graphic.
That was a fantastic when he got hit by the bow. And then it goes a flashback pre-death and shows that he's still the guy who sticks up for people, but they really play more into his evil side, I feel like, or like showcases evil over good. And like every time he's trying to do something good, it's like frowned upon. And I don't remember that in the anime, but I could be wrong.
I actually watch the anime like once a year. So I really like it. And it's kind of there was a character that was missing in this one, which is the assistant principal sees that Yusuke is actually a good person. And he wasn't in this. But like every time Yusuke does something good, because he's a delinquent, it's always like, oh, you are probably doing this bad thing. Oh, you are probably being good on accident. That's literally how people treat him. And it's really not fair.
Yeah, I feel you. It makes me wonder, in the anime, was it the same like dirtbag attitude? Because I don't recall him having a bad attitude.
Okay, so he did kind of have a bad attitude in the anime. And it's like, it's not a bad attitude. He has a I don't care attitude more in the anime than in this. In this, he does kind of seem like a jerk. But in the anime, he also kind of seemed like a jerk. Good, so,
okay. Okay, maybe I just mistook it then. And then we start off. So we go through his high school stuff pre-death, and then we also get the fight with Kurabara. My favorite character in the entire anime.
Really?
Just kidding.
Kurabara's your favorite?
Just kidding.
I was about to say.
I have a favorite, but it's not him. Although he is one of my favorites. He is not my favorite.
I will say, for the anime, Kuwabara is a very interesting character because I don't know if this is spoilers though, but it's the anime only. We find out later that Kuwabara is actually really smart and he's like looking at being able to get into schools and shit. So kind of love that. But yeah, they get into the fight, and from this fight, I can already tell that this anime is gonna be fucking wild. I can already tell.
They did really good.
They did do really good.
I think they were able to keep up the appearances compared to some other animation to live action that we've seen in the past.
Yeah, I was really worried about I've always been someone that can just like things because it's the thing, kind of my special talent.
They also implemented some things that obviously weren't in the anime because they didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
So they've changed a few things in that regard. What's the blue-haired girl's name?
That was Botan.
So Botan, okay. Botan comes out of nowhere and is like, "You're coming with me, bitch." And he's like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "Okay, never mind. Yes, I am."
So we do get Botan. And we discussed a bit. Was it us? We discussed a bit about
I know we talked a little bit about what's about to happen in the
Koenma. That's the baby.
Oh yeah. This is a really beautiful part though in the show.
effects in the show were actually really nice, which I was really surprised at because I really thought that they weren't gonna have any budget left over for anything else after One Piece.
So I actually messaged Charles when I was watching this and was like, I know it's been a long time since I've watched the anime, but why is Koenma not a baby? Or at the very least not like a dwarf?
Right. See,
Like something similar. It could be,
there,
or they could have used a small person for it, you know?
I get that, but Koenma's supposed to be a baby. I don't know. I think using a small person might have sent a not message they wouldn't like.
Yeah, but when you're doing anime, I feel like you need to be character correct.
See,
In this
here's
case,
the
they
thing.
aren't.
They are though. I mean, he still has a pacifier, and this is what.
Sure,
This is
but let's
what
make him 8 feet tall instead of 2 feet tall.
this is what Koenma literally looks like. Like this is what he's
Oh,
supposed to look like in the anime. His baby form is him conserving energy. This is what he's supposed to actually look like.
okay. So that was the only thing that really upset me in this episode was that.
And I think I've talked about this before. This same character.
You talked about it with me for sure.
Yeah, this same the actor that's playing Koenma also played what's his name from Alice in Borderland, is one of the guy's friends in the beginning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because he
I didn't know that.
yeah, because he also plays and we talked about this in Alice in Borderland too. He also plays a character in one of my favorite dramas now turned anime called Cherry Magic. So just a little fun fact about him. Versatile.
Versatility is good for the brain and soul. Yes. Then we jump into... I don't know this guy's name. I don't know if it was even mentioned, and if it was, I either wasn't paying attention or it was so small that I missed it. The guy in the purple suit. Who is he, and why do I care about
That
him?
is okay. So when I tell you that they actually, and I don't want it to sound mean, because in the anime, this character he like invented ugly.
Okay.
His name's Tarkune. I think that's his name. So in the anime, he's kind of like he's not the main antagonist, but he's the driving force behind the antagonist for a lot of the stuff that happened in the first half of the
Okay.
series. That's who the guy in the purple suit
So
is.
the main bad, and
They cast him perfectly.
okay, good.
Without
I
being
thought he
mean,
had
they
looked
cast
familiar,
him
but I just
perfectly.
couldn't put him into place at all.
See, in the anime, he had like boulders inside his cheeks, and that's the only way I can describe how he looked in the anime.
And so he's the big bad next to the other big bad that's there, but you don't really find out he's a big bad until like the next episode. So he sold him some stuff. Then Botan and Uraseki, I'm gonna say this, Urameshi,
You're a Meshi, yeah.
Urameshi,
Yeah.
discuss. Wow, I cannot think right now.
It's
Talk about
okay.
his death. I'm sure.
Well, he made the point early on that like no one's gonna really be sad that he's dead.
And then everybody's sad for him. Even his rival, Kurabara.
Yeah.
Like, no,
So-
not my lover. I mean fighter. I
Here's
want to rematch you, bitch.
Something I have an issue with, and it's not like a big issue, but so in the anime during his funeral, the one of the teachers and another teacher like basically start talking bad about him. Like they even say he probably didn't even mean to save the kid. He probably was trying to push him down and take his lunch money. And the
Yeah.
vice principal tears into them so hard because the vice principal he sees that Yusuke's only issue is that Yusuke doesn't like authority. That's Yusuke's only issue. He's still a good person. And we have the bullies. I can't. I don't get bullying happening in dramas. I guess it's because I'm American, but like they would be lit
Yeah,
up.
that guy gets his ass beat, man. Like 4 people just demolishing him, and he's like, "No, please don't do it. Not whatever you do, don't do it. I'll kill you."
Which yeah,
Also, the flames and everything. They did a good job with that, covering the lighting too. Good job on the tech side. But then the bug gets in him, and he's like, "I'm no longer human. I'm gonna fuck you all up because you've all bullied me my entire life." I'm assuming that the bugs make you angry too.
the bug
It's not really a
change.
power up.
The bugs turn you into a demon, dude.
Yeah, that's right. Demon power activate.
Right. See, demons are by nature stronger than humans. So the bugs give if they get into a human, they give that human a power up.
So now he's a human demon.
Yeah, he's not a demon yet. The bug is just taking control of his body. And we're really going to have to talk about it because these fight scenes, like him fighting these four, was so.
Yeah.
Like, this wasn't even the main fight scene. This was just like our intro to what the conflict is going to be. And it was so good.
And Urameshi fighting or getting his body back and having to go fight without any training is kind of weird in my opinion. He's just like, I'm just gonna use the power of friendship.
The thing. No. So
no, wrong anime.
Urameshi is a brawler by trade. We've seen it. Like, he gets jumped all the time and he beats them up. So all he has to do is fight at this point. He doesn't need like any special powers. He just needs his fist. So him getting his body back and then being like, all right, time to go fight. This is what I do best.
Kuwabara also being there is so great. He's just like, I can kick ass too.
I will say, I need to watch it more. Kuwabara just leave. Kuwabara just leave.
We always need more Kuwabara in our lives. And those costumes, man, so freaking dope. But this fight between those four and him was fantastic. The choreography was fantastic. They did a great job. And then, obviously, the fight between Urameshi and half human, half demon boy, Dudabug, is pretty freaking cool. I was actually fairly happy watching this.
And the fight scenes, in my opinion, just get better.
Oh, yeah. Him, then the CGI, of course, with it mutating his body, that was also pretty cool.
I have a feeling that the CGI with it under his skin, there was also practical effects here, wasn't there? There had to be.
Had to be. With the amount of changes that happened to this one guy's body, there would have to be.
There had to be practical effects.
Also, him running, or not really running backwards, but laying down and going backwards as fast as he did had to be a play on the editing. They probably shot it in slow-mo and then revved it up afterwards. And then just the back and forth between Botan and what's-his-face and
Koenma
being like, oh my god,
we're gonna teach you.
You got this, Urameshi.
All right, we're gonna teach you how to do this thing you've never done before. Listen to me.
Okay.
No, listen to me.
Believe in your friends, and you will throw power out of your hands.
Oh yeah,
that's not how it works.
Definitely had to be practical effect. That means they would fight, stop, make up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the actor's got to be really good too, you know.
Yeah.
He was probably in some other things that we haven't watched.
Although I will say,
and they never get enough credit either, because it's always just a one and done type of thing.
I will say Yusuke's actor. Actually, a lot of these actors, for the main like group at least, they're pretty new. They've been in like one or two things. And I think Yusuke's actor has only been in like one thing before.
Oh wow. And then he goes for it and he says, I'm taking that bug out of you, boy. You can continue to be a human, but this bitch, I'm fucking him up. And just squeezes it to a bloody pulp. I liked that. It was delicious. All of my insides tingled a little bit when it happened.
There has to be something said about this kind of like fight choreo, because you don't see it a lot in Western media.
So actually, that's very true. A lot of the stuff that they import that has anything like this is also imported. It's not done here.
Yeah, and it's like, so he has to be an actor, but also has to know a little bit of martial arts for this, at least for some of these parts.
So Urameshi wins the fight, and then he takes his newfound body and goes and sees his girlfriend and mom.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, so Keiko and Urameshi are endgame. They're gonna end up together forever, because just like that vice principal, Keiko has known Yusuke Urameshi her entire life. So she knows that he's actually he's a decent guy. He just gets into fights that he doesn't usually start. But yeah, they're not boyfriend and girlfriend just yet, but like they're in that stage
By
of
episode 3, they will be.
yeah. Honestly, yeah.
And then the finale of this episode isn't even about Urameshi. It's 3 other guys, and it's freaking amazing. The
Jesus,
bullets going everywhere,
happened in this
whips and
episode.
chains, sword slashing and blowing up things, and these ugly ass monsters that you only see in this one thing, never used again.
I will say this episode made me feel bad for Yusuke because he got his body back and then immediately had to go to work.
Yeah, he did. He
came
said, "No
back
more school for me."
from the dead and then immediately had to go and fight a demon person.
He was like, "Thanks, I know this body's been in rigor mortis for a fucking couple days, but we'll just plow right through that."
A demon person with the fucking strength to take on 4 people. So
there's my buddy. That's my favorite character in the entire show, by the way.
Hold on.
Whip Boy.
Kurama?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have loved him since the first appearance of him, and I love him. He's my man. You can't do nothing to him.
Okay, first of all,
He's
get
the
in
best.
line because Kurama
Nope.
is
There's no
everyone's
line.
man.
I'm already inside of him.
Nope. Mm-mm.
To get to him, you gotta go through me.
I guess I have to go through you then. Because Kurama is literally that. This was also
they knew
really
what they
good
were doing.
casting. This was really good casting for these characters.
Oh, for sure. Even the ogre was pretty freaking cool. And the ending. The ending, like, whoever sat down and actually animated the ending the way they did, good freaking job. So yeah, that's episode 1. Just a lot of thumbs ups about the whole freaking thing. Just, it was good, guys. It was good.
It was good, yes.
Even if you don't like the entire show because it's so drastically different, I feel like you'll like it for its own thing. It's not like the movie that doesn't exist, Avatar: The Last Airbender, where it was just shit.
The what? Don't know what that is?
Exactly. I don't know what that is either. That thing is in the trash, for all I know. Someone's mind somewhere.
We're gonna have to do like a bonus episode at some point to talk about the new Avatar series because they've made changes.
I don't know if I ever want to watch it.
Because of the fact
I know
that the creators were like they stepped down.
We don't want anything to do with it. Yeah, because of how many things Netflix wanted to do that was so drastically wrong with it. So I don't know if I can show any support or love towards it, nor will I ever really sit down and watch it, just because I feel like it would be a slap in the face to the original creators. And
okay,
so
no review for Avatar,
but maybe. For now, I don't want to give them that pleasure. I want to see them fall down on their knees and apologize first.
Yeah, because they've already made changes that don't make sense. But we'll get to it. We need a bonus episode to talk about it. I have a rant to do.
Nice. Well, everybody, that's episode 1, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
This is Joe.
Oh, it's Charles.
Bye.
Bye.